Vladimir Putin officially joined the KGB in 1975 to begin his training. The KGB was a huge bureaucracy that served the interests of the Communist Party, searching for enemies within the Soviet Union but also abroad. Vladimir went to work at his personal office at the KGB's Leningrad headquarters. It was the same building he had visited as a teenager to ask how to join the KGB. Putin had come full circle, but he was basically just doing desk work and continued living in the same room with his parents. But he worked hard, and by 1976, he left the KGB Academy as a first lieutenant. During his career in the KGB, Putin would end up wearing a lot of different hats. He started in counterintelligence in his hometown of Leningrad, where he monitored foreigners and the people who work in the city's consulates to make sure they weren't spies. It's okay, but it's not the adrenaline-pumping spy work that Putin had dreamed about. Then in 1979, Putin reached the rank of a captain and was sent to the KGB's top school in Moscow. This is what Putin had been waiting for. Finally, it seemed like they were preparing him to operate abroad. But he was quickly sent back to Leningrad to monitor foreign interactions again. You see, Vladimir had a problem. He was 28 years old and still unmarried, a taboo for an officer in the KGB. His first chief actually refused to send unmarried men abroad because he was worried that they would fall in love there, which would leave them vulnerable to getting blackmailed. And having a wife back home gives you an incentive to stay loyal to the cause. It was around this time that Vladimir met his eventual wife. He proposed to her in 1983, and for their honeymoon, the couple toured Ukraine, from Moldova to Crimea, a place Putin later said was sacred to him. From this point on, Ukraine will forever hold a special place in his heart. One of Putin's colleagues named Igor Antonov said he believed Vladimir got married to improve his career. But hey, it worked. He was finally gonna be an international spy. His first foreign assignment was a small outpost in Germany. He was almost 33 years old, and he had never left the Soviet Union before. The KGB was trying to gather intel and recruit agents with ties to the West. It was another mission that sounded intense, but Putin's role in it was rather boring. For each potential recruit, Putin would prepare the paperwork and then submit it for approval. He was eventually promoted to deputy chief of the outpost, but soon protests against the German government started brewing, and one day an anti-communist mob surrounded the KGB office he was working at. Putin was told the KGB couldn't do anything until Moscow ordered it, but Moscow stayed silent. It was because the Soviet Union was dealing with its own turmoil. The Soviet Union was close to collapsing. This was a turning point for Vladimir Putin. His career wasn't living up to expectations. His country was going through turmoil, and after 15 years as a KGB agent, he decided it was time to make a change.